now.
Okay, and then I'm a
Okay. All right. All right. Bye. Hey, Ink. Mm. Hi, Shalonda. Yeah, it says Shalonda.
Hey!
Hey, girl.
Welcome.
Hey, Kia.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Hi, guys. Gotta get them in there.
They down in it?
Yeah.
Oh, I see the love. Hey!
Hey, what's up?
How
Y'all doing?
we good. How are y'all?
Good,
Good.
good.
We doing real good.
That's good. Y'all looking good.
Thank you. Y'all doing good too.
Thank you. So, how's your day going?
It's going pretty good. Having a good day. Just it's flown by. We've been just working all day on our laptops.
Yeah, just been on the all day.
Yep.
Sound like us.
Yeah, you already know.
Yes. How long you guys been together?
11 years.
We've been married 4 years. We've been together 9 years.
9 years? Okay,
Oh,
okay.
what a blessing.
You guys are getting ready to celebrate the anniversary, right?
Yeah,
we
next
are.
week.
Okay.
That's good. Ours is coming up too next month.
Really? Oh God, that's what's up. What y'all gonna do?
We gonna quarantine, boo.
Hey,
I love that song.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
You know, before we do interviews, first of all, I want to welcome you to Life for a Podcast. But before we do any interviews, I like to do a little investigation, right? So I logged into your IG page, and you guys were getting ready to sing a song. I think it was a medley with Tasha Cobbs Leonard, "For Your Glory."
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't like remixes because I fall in love with a song. I'll be like, they can't sing the song like her. But when you guys begin to sing, you blew me away.
Oh, thanks, man.
You blew me. I want to tell you, thank you.
Thank you. That
Thank
means
you.
a lot.
He was so hyped. He was like, babe, listen to this.
That's awesome.
He was so hyped about it.
That means a lot because trying to sing Tasha Cobbs Leonard song.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. How long both of you been singing and playing an instrument?
Yeah, I've been singing my whole life. My mom and dad are singer-songwriters, and my dad had like one of the first black-owned studios off of MLK here in Atlanta since he was like 17. So I mean, my parents, they have like recordings on me on the reel to reel, like when I was like 4 months. So I've never really known. I've always wanted to sing. I have like three younger sisters, and they don't want to sing. They can, but it's never been their passion because
It's free.
what you naturally gravitate to. But I think that God, I just really think it's a blessing that God put me here with parents like them because they nurtured it, because that's literally what I've always wanted to do. And it wasn't really because my parents did it. It was just because I wanted to. Because I don't really do much that I don't want to do.
Right.
So, yeah.
Just a pure natural.
Real.
So what brought you guys together?
So we were both working with a producer by the name of Great Scott, and big shout out to Great Scott. He's incredible, multi-platinum producer. We were working with him separately, and he wanted us to work together, but she wasn't really interested in working with nobody at the time. So he was trying to put it together, and she was like, "Nah, I'm cool." So I had to start hitting her on Twitter because he showed me her videos and like played me her music, and I was like, yo, I don't care what she say, I gotta meet this girl.
There you go. There you go.
And,
He was very persistent.
yep. So I got on Twitter, and then I kept hitting her in her DMs and was like, yo, trying to get her to come out on a date with me, and she was like, nah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
And I finally talked her into coming to one of my shows, and when she came to the show, she never left my side after that.
So see, you got it with the singing in there, you know what I'm saying, and everything.
Look, that's not how you got me. That's why I didn't want to talk to him.
You keep it real. I like that.
I just got out of a horrible relationship, and I had dealt with so much like BS from dudes that I was like, I am definitely not dating an artist. Like, that's not. But I went to the show. He drove. He called me. Look, I went to the show, but it wasn't even that easy. The day of the show, I was like, well, I can't make it because my transmission went out on my car. And he was like, well, I'll just pick you up after sound check. He was not giving me a way out. And so he picked me up.
No way out.
Any excuse.
Yeah, and then,
Josh, you know what you get. Hey, give me some, bro. He's a keeper. You ain't letting her go nowhere.
No, it got to know his heart. And when I talked to him, I was just like, you know, he has a good heart, and that's what made me really. He was so nice to me, you know, and I can tell when it's genuine. So
there you go.
Like, I don't know if we're gonna date, but I would like to be your friend because you're a great person, and I just felt
And sometimes when we used to messed up men, it'd be like, why you so nice? What's the cat? And you be waiting on something to happen. You be like, I already knew.
Now that's true. That's very true.
You know, they got a saying, they say real recognize real, and you know what I'm saying, you were able to identify, and that's a good thing.
He is a good person.
Now I bet y'all inseparable, huh?
Yeah,
Literally.
we've been inseparable for a long time.
Yeah.
That's good.
How is it to perform on big stage? I seen you guys perform in Nashville at the the Gaylord or something like that?
Yeah.
How was that to perform together?
It's really fun, to be honest. Like, I never really thought that, I think neither of us really thought that we would like date somebody that does what we do. And we definitely didn't think we would do it together, but it's really been a lot of fun, man. Like when you have somebody that knows your voice and knows how you are on stage, it's like I pretty much know what she's going to do before she does it. I can match her vibrato exactly. She matches me. Like we just know how to interact with each other, and it just makes it easy and fun.
Right.
That's good. That's powerful though, because you know sometimes it's hard for mates to work together in so many ways. Like somebody gonna get irritated off something, but y'all spirits match each other, and that's a blessing.
Yeah, and not to say that we don't ever get irritated with each other, because we definitely do. But we figure out how to talk our way through it.
We do. But sometimes it's just like, oh my God, how am I going to get through this show? I don't even want to look at it. You know?
Now, can I ask you this question? I mean, I don't want to get too personal, but how is it when you're dealing with those groupies out there?
Look, at first, I feel like it was a lot more groupies when we first met.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. We used to perform in this club called Loca Luna. And Josh and his band was performing there before I met him. Once I met him, he put me in the band.
Okay.
And he used to have this segment that was called Mr. Nasty Time.
Uh-oh.
That was my cue to leave the stage, and then he would bring, I'm not exaggerating, I'm the type of person to do that. He would bring about 7 women on the stage with seats just across the stage and give them a lap dance.
Okay.
You know that Trey song, Lady Know, what, the Neighbors Know My Name?
Oh, yeah. That's my song.
So uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable. Like, people would just be like, how do you deal with it? I'm like, I don't know. Like, crazy. But yeah, I mean, I knew it was like, okay, this is stage. It's okay. You know, I grew up with parents who were artists, but yeah, it was different. Even my own mama was like,
that's terrible.
Josh, you ain't over there sweating now, you bro.
Man, no, it was a crazy time. But her being a performer, it was like, obviously it was weird, but she was like, okay, this is what he does. He's been doing this before he met me. But as we got more serious, it was like, you really get you really get back the energy that you put out a lot of times. And I think as my energy shifted from, oh, I'm out here trying to, you know, sell this image to these women, and my energy shifted to, oh, well, this is my woman and we here together. You know what I'm saying?
And you put her on stage, so you let everybody know.
Yeah.
You know, I applaud you for that.
Yeah, we really don't get a whole lot of like craziness as far as like the groupie stuff goes, like that.
No.
People
That's good.
people are generally like pretty respectful, and we have really great like fans and supporters that really root for our relationship and root for our marriage. So it's been cool to see the shift happen. It's been cool.
Right.
That's good. So what is one of your toughest moments during you guys' marriage?
One of our toughest moments during our marriage.
During our marriage. Oh yeah.
I feel like honestly, like getting married was one of the toughest points in our marriage. Like from the point we got engaged to making it to the wedding day, I feel like that time period was harder than almost anything that we've dealt with while we were married.
What made it so hard?
Whew, just outside voices, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody has an opinion on
planning a wedding, have a small wedding, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, and you know the expectations of weddings, and you know it's just like it gets out of hand quickly, and we learned a lot about how to communicate with each other through planning our wedding and through everything that happened with it. We really learned a lot of like, oh, okay, like this is how we should have done this, and this is how we should have done it. And I feel like after that, I don't know, our communication was a lot stronger after that. We thought it was strong up until that point.
Until then.
Yeah. Because you know, in a marriage, it's not like a courtship. It's not like you boyfriend and girlfriend. When you tie that knot, it's just like, this is my for life partner. You know what I'm saying? And so there's no way out. If you truly enjoy and you honor your wife, you have something that's worth fighting for, and that's what I believe.
Exactly.
That's so true. So
yes. And that whole connection will be there to stay there. Even when y'all look at each other, you already know what that look means.
You better straighten up.
Definitely.
So what made you guys come about courting, boo?
Man, just being in the house.
Yeah. I remember that line in there that said something about making a baby. So how's that progress going?
Look at her face.
Just lots of practice right now. Just lots
Okay. Well, we look forward to that. You know what I'm saying?
How long did it take y'all to create that song?
Man, to be honest,
it didn't take long to create.
Yeah, it didn't take long to create it. It takes me a long time to like mix stuff because I'm obsessive about how stuff sounds.
Right.
But really, to actually like write and make the track.
That wasn't long at all.
Yeah. I mean, off and on throughout the process of probably like a week and some change, you know, like right when we had the guitar player was here before they shut everything all the way down.
Okay.
I was starting on it then. And then he had already put the guitar part down, and then everything got shut down for real. And then we kind of did the rest of it here at the house. We even shot the photo, which we shot like right here where we're sitting.
Okay.
That was dope. That was a nice photo too.
Thank you.
I seen all the little snacks and stuff around there. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta have the fiddles.
Like, grab everything.
Like seriously.
So would you say like during this quarantine, has that like kind of like hurt you as far as business wise? Has that hurt you or has it helped you?
A little bit of both, I would say. I think a little bit of both. It's definitely,
we're not gigging.
Yeah, it's weird to not be doing shows and not be on stage. Like that's really strange. And obviously a bunch of stuff got canceled and we lost a bunch of money. But it's been really cool to take time and just like focus on being in the studio, focus on creating new content and focus on, and we're already starting to see like cool stuff come in from that, like different stuff than what we would normally be doing. It's kind of exciting in that way because it just creatively gave us the space to be able to do stuff that we don't normally get to do because we're running so much.
Right.
And then now we're starting to figure out like new ways of, you know, doing stuff. Like we're getting ready to do some recorded performances for a few things that you guys will see coming up soon. And virtual performances and stuff like that. So
right.
It's just been an adjustment. We're trying to make the best of it like everybody, I guess.
Okay.
No.
Oh. I was like, wait a minute.
I don't want to, you know.
So, what do you guys have planned? So you just gonna basically stay quarantined? You're not gonna do any shows or anything later in the future this year?
Later this year for sure. Later this year for sure. I think, you know, with everything that's going on in Georgia, I think it's, you know, we gotta, especially we as African Americans, gotta sit back and see how all this plays out. Because
don't be out there buying Jordans now.
Look,
I heard about that.
Keisha done told y'all to stay in the house now.
It's scary though. It really is.
Right.
It is.
To see it. Oh, go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, it's a crazy thing. Like, my dad had it, and he was very sick.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was just like, I mean, it's like, I knew definitely that it was like, look, I'm not gonna lie. When the NBA shut down, I was like,
oh, you knew it was real.
Something going on. And then, like, my dad started getting sick, and then he ended up being hospitalized, and then he ended up testing positive. That really was just like, okay, like, okay, like,
for real.
I'm staying in all the way inside. Like, it was just scary. And then my dad had it, and he was really sick, and he's better now, and he's testing good. My sister had it. She's 18, and she was like asymptomatic.
So therefore, right there, that's showing you that, you know, a lot of young people think that, oh, it can't happen to me. It's only happening to old people. But right now, you were letting them know that it happened to your sister.
Yeah, she's 18. She doesn't even really leave her room. Like, it's crazy that she's the one who actually ended up testing positive, because my mom didn't, and she stayed in the room and in the bed with my dad. But yeah, it really made me be like, okay, like, no, I'm not going. I'm just not going anywhere. Like, not at all.
Man. So, I mean, you know, money is not that important. I would rather have my health over anything anyway. So, you know.
Just like,
we gotta protect ourselves, and we gotta protect each other. I mean, this thing is taking our people out at a rate almost double any other race. And it's just like, and it's really kind of painful to see like so many people out just doing stuff and being just like, I've seen videos of people doing like music videos with like hundreds of folks. And I'm like, oh, what is going on? What are y'all thinking right now?
No.
I don't care.
Well, at the same time, I get it. Because it's just like, you ready to get out the house.
Yeah, you really are. It's like you locked up for real. So
if it wouldn't have been for like somebody really close to me getting it, even I probably would just be like, man, look, if they said we can go to the mall, I'm gonna stay, you know, like, I mean, cause you're tired of you can't be around anybody. Like, you know, my sister just left like right before we got on with y'all, and my sister came over, and she like, we're in the yard, and we're like more than 6 feet apart.
There you go. I love you from a distance.
Yeah, but I'm like, I want to hug her. Like, I hate that.
Yeah.
Don't do
I need you to record that. Don't do it. And I'm like,
the next record, there won't be baby sounds. It'll just be, don't do
it. You guys are hilarious.
We will do that.
Oh my God. And he says it all the time. Like, I'll be doing something and he be like, don't do it. I'm like,
I mean it too.
Oh, mess.
We silly, that's all. We, you know.
I love it.
But you know what? It's good to be with somebody that you're compatible with, that's your best friend, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like it. There's nothing like me being quarantined with my quarantine boo, I tell you. For real.
I just saw my mom comment to my, not with your husband, you're not going nowhere. That is so true.
Tell her, Mom.
Mama ain't playing.
My mom, I was like, Mom, don't take it personal. He's like that with his family too. He told his mom not to come here for Mother's Day.
I'm like don't do it.
Then Josh like, I ain't trying to have nothing.
Yeah, he is like that, y'all.
So how is it going to be for, like, you know, because we both lost our mothers, though. So how is it going to be? Are you guys going to visit your parents, or are you going to visit your mom on Mother's Day?
First of all, I'm really sorry to hear that.
Really
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That drew us closer. That's all. We know they up in heaven.
Yeah.
They locking this marriage down. Thank y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I don't know. We're still trying to figure it out. I don't think I'm gonna go and see my mom. Both of our moms are, you know, in that target age range, 60,
Okay.
where it's just like, I don't know. I want to be super careful and just make sure that, you know, we're being as careful as we can to not be in contact with as many people. But if I don't have to be, you know, close to her, then I'm not really trying to be.
Well,
So.
his mom lives in Columbia, South Carolina. I will be going to see my mom, but we're gonna hang out like we in the yard. Like I'll just.
Okay, watch the men now.
I gotta see her. I gotta see my mom.
So mom's sitting in here right now, like, yeah, what are you gonna do for Mother's Day?
Okay, we know now, Mom. She'll be there.
I'm in the house. That means I'm missing out on all the good food. That's what I hate about it. First started before my dad got sick. I was like going over there and bringing plates back to the house, and then my dad got sick. It was like, dang, I gotta cook. So yeah.
Can she cook, Josh?
Yo, she has gotten really nice with the cooking. Like when I
Okay,
first,
okay.
Look at her face. She like, what you mean?
Are you pitching him?
look,
No, he right.
I'm being honest. Like when I first met her, I was just like, okay, that's not her thing. You know what I'm saying?
That
like,
was
it's
9
cool.
years ago, though. I should be able to cook by now.
Yeah, but I now
But I would be real though.
going
Honestly,
down.
no, yeah, I never really well, I guess I should have learned how to cook, but I was fine, like, you know, myself. But I was like, I ain't gotta learn how to cook. I ain't found nobody that I need to cook for.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I used to be skinny until my wife started cooking. You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know she can throw down. I'm telling you.
He blamed me for everything, but
Yes.
I think it hit him hard because he had posted a picture one time, and one of his boys was like, "Dang, you must be eating good."
Face on perfect, you know?
Don't worry.
Yeah, so he's like, "Dang, I gotta lose weight now, man. I gotta get rid of this."
Eat. Look.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So you guys plan on starting a family anytime soon?
We do plan on starting a family.
Yeah, we definitely do. We
We're
want
not-
children.
We're not sure exactly the timing, but we definitely do want to start a family. But
We do.
Okay.
still trying to figure out exactly when. But
I know that, you know, everybody is always like, "There's not a perfect time." But I think I'll know. I think I want kids. Like, you know.
Uh-oh.
So you guys going based off like where your direction of your career goes, or just taking it just day by day? If it naturally happen, it happen.
I think honestly the main thing is like career plays a part in it, but like I think for the most part we enjoy kind of having our rhythm with each other and being able to do our thing the way we do it. And it's like we want to have kids, but we don't know if we're really ready to like give that kid everything that we both know that he or she will deserve when they get here. And I think we're both big on like we don't want to shortchange our kids when we do have them, you know, like we want to be able to give them the best of us. And like you said, you know, everybody always tells us like, hey, it's never going to be a perfect time. And I believe that for sure.
Yeah.
I honestly believe that God won't put nothing on you can't bear.
There you
I
go.
believe it.
So, you know, if it happens, that was from him.
It was supposed to be the time.
Definitely.
There you go.
Yes, definitely. So what else do you guys have planned coming up since we still in this quarantine? Are you going to do any live concerts or anything?
So we actually are getting ready to introduce, and you guys are the first people that we've even told this, but we're about to start a quarantine boot challenge.
Okay.
And we're going to need a video from y'all.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we got y'all.
She competitive now. I'm letting you know that now. She competitive.
So what we got to do?
and all of our so we're still figuring out all the details of exactly how the challenge is gonna work out. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our favorite videos from the challenge and we're gonna put it in the music video for the songs because we're getting ready to shoot the video for the song. So yeah, we're gonna
that's nice.
the music video ready for everybody.
That'd be nice, especially when you get different, diverse, and everything. Just seeing real love. You know, it's hard for us to see that often. And I think now with us being in this type of season, a lot of people want love and they notice like, man, I'm really lonely for real. I need someone. I want someone. So it's like people is reaching a whole nother level of their thought process.
Yeah.
Yes. And that song will work just good in that challenge.
Yeah. I seen something on IG or something. Someone was like, if there's a man out there, please would you respond now? I'm like, I know her page blew up. I mean, I know it blew up.
Going out there in the world and let it come.
Seriously. You know, I think a lot of people don't realize you gotta get yourself together first before you meet your actual mate.
Right.
It's so true. It's so true. I don't even think that I don't think if I wasn't in the type of mindset I was when I met Josh, I don't even know. I probably would have rejected. Well, I did reject you a couple times, you know. But you know, you have to. And I was telling somebody once, I was just like, get things together for yourself because it's really, really hard to get it together and be with somebody.
Right.
Like it's tough, and then it just causes like other issues and things like that. So yeah, just try to get it together. And once you get yourself together, like that person who's worthy of that self they'll end up coming. They will.
We were on live yesterday talking with Pastor Andy Stanley and his wife Sandra Stanley, and Andy says this one thing that came to my mind when you said that. He says, "Are you the person that the person you're looking for is looking for?"
Yeah.
Ooh, that's powerful.
Good?
And I think that's
powerful.
I think that's something really good for people to think about that are looking for, you know, their spouses and wanting to be in, you know, long-term relationships that are going somewhere. It's like everybody's always like, "Ooh, I want a man that does this and does this and that and he's that." But are you the person that the person you're looking for?
That kind of man is looking for.
You know, and is the kind of man that you want somebody like you? Is he at home like, I want somebody that does all of the stuff that you do? And if that's not the case, then you got some figuring out to do. You got some work to do.
That's right.
You definitely do. Josh, when did you realize that she was the one for you?
I want to know this. I don't know.
Oh, she tough. She tough.
Honestly, the first like 3 years of our relationship, we were just what?
No, go ahead. I'm listening. No.
Josh, we ain't trying to get you in trouble.
No,
just
the first 3 years of our relationship, we were kind of just like enjoying each other and spending time with each other and living life together. And like, it literally felt like one day she woke up and she was just like, "We should get married."
I did.
Ooh,
I never brought it up. I never really.
We had never really talked about it before. And literally, like, just came to me one day and she was like, "You know what? We should get married."
It just dawned on her that she knew she couldn't do no better.
I knew he couldn't either.
Hey man, there you go. There you go. Hey Josh, I'm for the, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, you know.
But it really made me be like, okay, let me process that, because it wasn't something that we were talking about. It wasn't something that we were thinking about. I was, for real.
Are you really scared, Josh?
Yeah, man. I mean, you know how it is, bro. You know how growing up, you know, young brother, you know what I'm saying? The whole language of our culture is just like, you need to be out here with this girl. And
that's true. Right.
And if you don't have a whole lot of like great marriage examples, you know, coming up, you don't really look at marriage as like, oh, this is a great thing. You look at it as like, oh, this is a thing that goes terrible for most everybody that I've seen and most everybody that I know. So for me, it was kind of like I had to sort through, okay, why do I feel the way that I feel about marriage? It doesn't really have anything to do with like her.
Okay.
I started to sort through, okay, like these are my feelings about marriage. This is why I feel the way that I feel, and started to deal with that. Then I could really get to the place where I realized, okay, this is a woman that I don't want to be without. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go. There you go, Josh. I mean, the truth is the truth. It don't need no proof. There you go.
There it is. There it is.
That's really good, because it always take a special woman for that man, because sometimes men, it's like it's hard for them to get to that point, like, yeah, I'm ready to get married,
Right.
because you used to the bachelor life.
Yeah.
So is it a difference, Josh, like being married compared to being like, you know, just my girl or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because with me, you know, to introduce my wife instead of saying my girlfriend, that was like, whoa. I had to check one of my boys. He's like, how your girl? I was like, man, that's my wife.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
No, man, I feel you on that. I mean, I feel like it's definitely a different level, and you feel the, I don't want to use the word weight because that sounds heavy and not good, but you feel the magnitude of that relationship differently.
Yeah.
I feel like you get married, where your responsibility to that person. I feel like for men, it's like responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, I got to make sure that I take care of her. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure that I protect her. I got to make sure that, before it was just like, okay, if this, I like this girl and I like where this is going, but if it don't work out, then I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
They do that.
But once you get married, it's like,
There
nah,
you go.
I'm in it, and we got to figure out how we're going to make it work. So it definitely was a shift for me.
But I saw those things, like, I would have never, marriage would have never popped up in my head if I didn't see the, like, how good you took really good care of me.
There you go. He's a man's man. I like that.
Like, yeah, he really did. Like,
Look at it.
we went through some stuff, y'all, where I ended up going through depression really, really bad, like scary type bad. And like, okay. I remember thinking, like, he didn't even run, because I don't know, I might have ran. Like, you know, like, it was really scary, really dark. And at the same time, like, our band broke up, and then like our band at that time broke up. We didn't have any gigs, so we were like dead broke. He ended up moving in with me, and he, like, I just watched how he took good care of me, and I just watched how he made something out of nothing, like all over again. And I was like, we need to get married.
you know, my wife, you know, she takes such good care of me. I used to tell her, baby, I can't wait for you to get sick. I know it's something crazy to say, but I wanted to show her the reverse, so how I can take care of her. And that's why I work so hard right now, because I had to take care of my baby.
Yeah.
When I was sick one time, he was like, for real? I'm like, what the heck? I'm sick. But he took care of me, made some tea, all types of stuff.
Now, she ain't like my kind of tea because I put some liquor in it. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm like, what? I'm sitting. I'm like, what is this? He's like, it's my special recipe.
Don't make it be a real.
But I started to feel better though.
She was sweet.
Yeah. Until I figured out he was hiding it under the sink.
Gotta find another hiding spot.
That's amazing. So what led you to depression and everything?
I don't know what led me to it, honestly. I think it was just, well, I think I always had dealt with anxiety, even when I was a kid, but I don't think I knew what it was. And in those days, I don't really think anybody knew what it was. I don't think it wasn't a thing. And even when I first started dealing with anxiety, even when I first started dealing with depression, like, nobody was talking about it, especially not Black people.
Right. There you go. There you go.
It was a hard thing, because it was just like, I ended up, I think it's just, when I started going through it, I was going through it really bad, because anxiety and depression kind of go together. So when you have a really high anxiety, then depression kind of follows it. And my cousin, doctor, I remember her saying, like, you know, you got to keep your anxiety down, because, you know, depression kind of, like, you know, they kind of partner together. And it happened, and it was just like heaviness, like a cloud, like over me. Like, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to get up. I was having panic attacks, like 5 of them a day. And finally, I went to the doctor, and my doctor, who had been my doctor, she's known me since I was a kid, and she's like our family doctor. And she ended up prescribing me some medication, but then she was just like, well, I need to get you with a therapist because this medication is not going to help you.
There you go.
Right.
She's like, it's going to help your symptoms, but it's not going
But
to
it's
help,
not gonna help you. Right.
so she got me with a therapist who I still see to this day. And I was on the medication for about 4 years, and for me, it really helped me. And and I remember when I was on it, like people were like, "Oh, you don't need that." Like, you know,
and that's common. That's common.
Pray, and I was like, praying is not all I need to do. And I think I always tell people that I feel like I met God there in that dark place. I got to know him for myself, and I just got to see how he works and how he moves, not through prayer, but through people, through doctors, through medicine, through therapists, through family, like people who have just been through what I went through and were honest enough to tell me their story. Because a lot of times it's like, oh my God, I have depression. Oh my God, I'm having these dark thoughts. Oh my God, I'm scared, because all you hear about is people who didn't make it out, and you don't really hear stories of the people who did, especially not then. That was like, what, 6 years ago, 7? Yeah.
Right.
Now it's just like, and it's not to say that I'm not even going to say I'm totally healed from anything, but I know how to deal with it. And I think a big part of it was accepting it, because it was always like, not accept it, rebuke it. And it's like, that's not helping me get through this. It's making it worse. Like, I have to just accept it, not saying like, this is mom, is saying, this is what I'm dealing with right now. So how am I going to get through this? You know, how am I going to, I always tell people, like, anxiety and depression, they may be in the car with me, but I can't let them drive.
Right.
If they're in the car, that's fine, because freaking out about that is going to make me freak out. And that's what you don't do. So, yeah, I guess that's all of that in a nutshell. But he really held me down through that whole thing. Like, he was there by my side, him and my family and my friends, but Josh knew things that I didn't even want to tell. I didn't even want to let my mom know. Like,
wow.
And like, he was there, and he didn't leave, and he never ran, and he never made me feel like I was crazy. He just like,
oh, right. That's love. That's love right there.
It was.
Look at him.
That's love. I commend you.
It was after that when I was like, we need to get married.
But you know what, Angelica, I commend you for that, because a lot of people, you know, their pride won't allow for them to share, you know, things with an audience like this. And, you know, so many people are going through the same thing, and you're giving them light. And I want to tell you thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and being in this time right now, like with the whole quarantine and everybody just having to kind of like be sheltered. I was telling Josh, I was like, man, I pray for everybody, and people with depression and anxiety. That's been like really on my heart, because even with people who don't have an anxiety disorder, they're feeling anxious feelings right now. So I was just like, who can't, because when you're going through things, like even with my therapist, he's always just like, look, like when you're going through and you're having those dark moments, get out of the house, go see your friends and family, go see a movie, go do something. Right now, you can't even do that.
No,
but you got your therapist right there.
Oh no! See,
there you go.
But sometimes you'll be surprised. Like sometimes you gotta go see your homegirls, or go see your mom, or go do something else, and so you just have to figure it out. So I've just been really praying for people who are dealing with that type of like situation, because that's a hard time for them too, just like it is for everybody. So yeah.
So Josh, how was it to, you know what I'm saying, to accept the fact that your wife was going through, you know, so much, or your girlfriend? That was that your girlfriend then, or?
At the time we were just boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay.
It was a huge shift. I mean, it was a huge shift, and it was one of those moments where you have to decide if you're gonna man up or you're gonna run.
Right.
You know, and I looked at her and I thought about everything that she meant to me, and I don't know, I just knew I wasn't going anywhere. I knew I couldn't leave her, you know what I'm saying, where she was dealing with what she was dealing with, and we pushed through.
Never leave a man standing.
Man, we pushed through. It was a huge shift, and I mean, we've navigated through some really tough waters together, and that was probably one of the toughest. But like she said, I mean, we went broke, you know, like we couldn't work, you know, and then I was just trying to figure out, like, okay, I got to figure out how to keep us afloat.
Man,
figuring this out, and I don't know those, but I really feel like those trying times really set the stage for us to have a really great marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when y'all were saying the hardest thing in your marriage, and I was like, I thought about that though, like back then, but I was like, oh, we weren't married then. But that's probably been, for me, that's
that's definitely been the hardest.
That was the hardest time in our entire relationship.
What up, D?
Yeah,
but you know what? It showed you that when he said like "till death do his part," he meant that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I'm like, you know, I was talking to somebody once, one of my friends, and they were getting engaged, and I was like, have you seen him act like your husband yet? Like, you know, and they were just like, I was like, when you marry this person, you need to marry them thinking that if they never change, this is what I want for the rest of my life. And I saw that, you know, like that's why I was like, we need to get married, because it was like, he acted like a husband before he's my husband. He did not have to do that. He didn't have to be there with me. He didn't have to help me with that. I acted like a wife too, because you know you was staying with me. But you know,
look, I was broke too. She stuck with my broke tail.
There you go. There you go.
He had no gigs. I ain't had no gigs. You know, they kind of left his roommates. I mean, they kind of left him hanging dry. And I was like, come stay with me. So we just confined in our like little room, because I stayed with my sister and her boyfriend and my nephew. And so he came. I mean, he really built everything from the ground up, and I watched him do it. And I'm like, he's a great provider. Like, goes down. He's there for me. Like, and he doesn't have to do this. Like, you know, so,
you made him work harder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just having that purpose there, that you know, that person that you could always turn to, because sometimes we don't have that. So with us really having it, and you could say that your mate is your best friend, girl, that ain't nothing but a blessing.
My mom always would say that to me. My mom and dad, they've been married for like how old am I? 32.
All right, mom and dad, great examples. There you go.
She'd be like, you need to marry your best friend, because I'm trying to tell you, sometimes the love, it disappears, or sometimes you just
That's true.
And I never dated anybody who was my friend and like my lover until I met her. I was like, this is what she's talking about.
Quarantine, boo.
Oh man, we good.
You guys are funny, man. I just
so sweet.
I just feel like we kicking it. I was like, I don't even know them. I just feel like we talking. In my mind, I'm that we're at a restaurant, because that's where I want to be.
Right.
So after quarantine, what destination would you guys like to go to? Because you're
on to Spain.
There you go.
Spain for our anniversary. So I'm like, I want to go to Spain.
Spain, the Hawks game, whenever they start having basketball.
Yes.
In there.
I'm going to the nail shop, because I see my nails all the way done, y'all. I haven't looked like this since I met Josh.
He loves you through the good. He loves you through the bad.
They holding on for dear life. I got these done right before
Well, it was nice talking to y'all.
Talking to y'all too.
Great talk.
Yes, let us know when y'all do that challenge,
We
so
ready.
we can jump in there.
We ready.
Sending it your way. We sending it your way. Y'all, thank y'all so much for having us.
Thank you.
All right, see y'all later.
God